It was an emotional moment for the family and friends of the late recording reggae singer Tubby Diamond, who passed away tragically. His funeral service was held on Friday. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV. Let's talk, and we'll have highlights of the funeral service plus more to come when we return after this short break. This is Links 007 TV. Let's talk, and we'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. This is Links 007 TV. Let's talk. So, Jamaican musical icon Donald Tabby Diamond Shaw was honored in a music and speech tribute at his funeral service on Friday at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. The approximately 2.5 hour long service was fitted with final acts and dozens of people from the entertainment industry gathering on one stage to sing the mighty Diamond hit song Have Mercy. Tabby Diamond was the lead singer of the group. In that final performance, Josie Whale performed the cover Have Mercy, which he said was in fact Tabby's final recording before his death. During the ceremony on Friday, several people gave musical tribute and speeches, including the Minister of Culture, Gender, Sports and Entertainment, Miss Olivia Bobbsey Green, Opposition Leader Mark Golding, and Mayor Delroy Williams. Reggae icons who supported the family in songs including Carlene Davis, Dean Fraser, Dewan Stevenson, Judge Diamond, Leroy Sibbles, and percussionist Bongo Herman. Tubby Diamond was shot and taken out on March 29 by hoodlums at a section of McKinley Crescent in Olympic Garden, St. Andrew. He was 67 years old. 3 days after his passing, another member of the mighty Diamond, who was ailing for some time, Fitzroy Bonnie Diamond Simpson, also passed away. He was buried last week. Their passing leave one surviving member of the mighty Diamonds, late Judge Diamond Ferguson. The three started the group in 1969 in the world famous community of Trenchtown, where several of the reggae musical stalwarts originated from, including the legendary Bob Marley. We're gonna go over now to the emotional funeral service that was held at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Protocol observed, the Shaw family, Simpson family, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make it very brief because I said when I start, it's hard to stop me. So I'm going to be 3 minutes and that's it. Um, Donald Orlando Shaw. Nobody here knows him longer than me. We were in Boy Scouts together at All Saints School, and we started from we were 9, 10 coming up. And we went to camp all over Jamaica, up to Kintyre, and then we departed and went in different directions. We lived in Trenchtown. He was just down the road from us. His wife here, Fanny, was like a family to my family. And then in 1976, I was sent to Jamaica to get this group, the Mighty Diamonds, to perform on a show produced by Ken Williams. When I came down, I realized they were my schoolmates, right? I contracted them, took them to New York, and they created something that up to this day nobody can equal. They brought reggae music out of the club scene into the concert hall, and from then everything evolved. I then took them to the UK on their first tour as they were signed with Virgin Records, and I gathered the Revolutionaries band headed by brother Sly Dunbar, Ansel Collins, Lloyd Parks, everybody, and then we journeyed to the UK to do our first tour. Richard Branson, a young 21-year-old boy at the time, head of Virgin Records, put us on a tour. And one thing I'll never forget, we played a concert named Reading Festival. And this concert was headed by a punk rock group named Johnny Rotten and the Sex Pistols. So when they introduced the Mighty, well, I'm the MC, because they used to call me the fourth diamond. When they introduced the Mighty Diamonds, and I went out on stage, I did my thing, and the band started to play, Natty Dread will never run away, Natty Dread will never run away. And they were singing, I saw some things coming through the ear. I didn't realize what it was, red and yellow, and when I looked, it was tomatoes and eggs. They were throwing tomatoes at us like crazy on the stage. And then I didn't know what to do, and Tabby looked at me as if to say, come off or stay. And I hear him Sly in the back say, no, we're going to kill them with the rhythm rasta. We not leave. And we went through, and eventually they stopped throwing, and they started to throw at each other, right? And when the show ended, all the people who were throwing came backstage and knelt on the ground in front of Tabby and apologized for what they did, because they said they didn't know this is what it was. The last one I'm going to give you now is when we went to the UK, not the UK, the US now, and we were opening for Toots and the Maytals. This was a combination tour between Island Records and Virgin Records. And as usual, I'm the MC. But I decided that I want to do something different on this tour. So I went downtown and I bought 3 machetes. And I hid it in the suitcase and took them to the US because we had a little plan how they're going to enter the stage. So we opened up in Massachusetts at a place named Paul's Mall. We did 2 shows per day for 5 days. That's the place where the Wailers opened up first. So when the band kicked off, Natty Dread will never run away, and they ran out with the machetes in their hand, everybody in the place run out. People gone through the door like crazy, and I'm standing there wondering what happened. And then they started to come back little by little. They didn't realize it was part of the act. And then when the second show, we were looking for the machete, and the promoter got a Jamaican Ras who was living there to take them out of the dressing room and hide them, because he said he didn't want the second show have the same kind of fate of people running away, right? So we had some great memories. It's all in my book coming up, Reggae My Life. It's been published by Down Sound Records. But I just want to say, on behalf of the music fraternity and people that I represented over the years, how sad it is for us to meet under these circumstances when our brother has moved on and the circumstances in which he lost his life. So I'm just going to end by saying one last line of a song that they recorded and nobody knew what it was. It went like this. He was sad sometimes, didn't have to end this way. He was glad sometimes, people can't you hear me say, he was my brother, my singing brother, but now he's gone. Lord, I miss him so today. Oh yeah. Taken away by the deed of a wicked man, deed of a wicked man. Taken away by the strike of a foolish hand, strike of a foolish. He was my brother, my singing brother, but now he's gone. Lord, I miss him so today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, Tabby. Rest in peace. I'm going to miss you. Fanny, keep the family together. The Simpson family, keep them together. I want to acknowledge Capo. Can you stand, Capo? Who filled in for Bunny over the 7 years while Bunny was sick. And we're going to keep the memory and the legacy of the Mighty Diamonds going by our continuation of the work that they have done with Sly Dunbar and the revolutionaries to come. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Amen. I hope and pray that we've been blessed today by those words. I pray that the family, the widow, the children, all the close friends and other well-wishers that are here today were indeed encouraged by these words, that despite the challenges, there is still hope while we are alive. Amen, somebody? Amen. At this time, I want to thank Dr. Reed for those words and also Per for the family. We'll be having the closing tribute at this time by our minister, our hard-working minister, I should say. I definitely had to add that part. The hard-working minister, Honorable Olivia Babsy Grange, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sports. So much portfolio. Amen. All under the belt of one woman. Please put your hands together for her at this time that is coming with a closing tribute.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, it's been a long service, but I think all the tributes had to be done. And it's not too long a time for us to spend as we say goodbye to Tabby. I want to acknowledge the presence of Mayor Williams, representing the Prime Minister, and also here in his right, as Mayor of the city and Councillor in that constituency. I want to thank the Leader of the Opposition for finding time to be present here today. We did a blast on my WhatsApp, and when the Leader of the Opposition saw it, he responded, got it. And he's here this morning. It's now afternoon. I want to thank officiating clergy, Bishop Dr. Austin Wright, and Dr. Wright is actually the principal of Jose Marti and also the head of the church. But he has sent 2 youth pastors here for us this afternoon, and they have acquitted themselves very well. Dr. Wright, another Wright, Romario Wright, and Dr. Devon Reed. And we thank you so much. And this church is Tabby's daughter's church. It's the One-Way Apostolic Faith Mission. And I think Tabby's daughter who attends this church is it Dashika? Dashika. So I thank you for actually making this decision. At the last minute, we moved the service to the Randy Williams Center that we could accommodate more persons. and everyone could be quite relaxed. And I'm really happy we made the decision and that the family was very much a part of that decision. And your pastors have done extremely well. I just want to, in a general way, acknowledge all the singers, songwriters, players of instruments, practitioners in the industry who are present here today. Thank you all for coming. I just want to make a quick remark about Copeland. I was really impressed that Copeland did not speak for long, because he knows that I'm watching him, and he knew that I would say, Copeland, you're talking too long, but he pulled one on me. Instead of talking for long, he sang. So that's a new one on me, Copeland, right? And I just want you all to know that the leader of the opposition, his presence here, is not just as leader of the opposition, but I don't know how many of you know that he's a wicked DJ. Right. And songwriter, that's right. And promoter. He lost his money when he staged event where Mighty Diamonds performed. But that's the experience of most of us who put on events, right? Until we hit the jackpot, we usually lose the money, right? And I want to thank Tony Mack for coming forward and to say if he didn't discover Mighty Diamonds, we wouldn't be here today saying farewell to Tabby, but he would be just gone off in the sunset without any recognition. So it is with deep sadness that I stand here to deliver a remembrance to my friend, my brother, my singer, Grammy nominee, and reggae music icon, Mr. Donald, Orlando Shaw, Tabby Diamond, OD. When I heard the news about Tabby, I was indeed shocked. As a founding member of the Mighty Diamonds, a group from, I would say, from the western end of Kingston, specifically Trenchtown, but the western end of Kingston, spreading from Trenchtown to downtown Kingston, was and has been and still is the cradle of Jamaican music. And Tabby's untimely death was a real and sudden loss, not just to Jamaica, not just to the Jamaican and reggae music industry, but in fact to the world. It was hard enough, my brothers and sisters, to lose so many of our musical icons to COVID-19. It was so hard to lose Bonnie Diamond, but it was much harder to bear the loss of Tabby Diamond to gun violence, because his death was untimely and unnecessary. I can attest to the fact that Tabby was never a negative individual, a hostile individual. As one would say, he didn't give anybody no screw face. He was always smiling, always pleasant, never give nobody a bad appetite. He was just cool, as I would say, just a cool individual, jovial, and always looked out for people and would freely give of himself. There are many stories of how he would give to children who were not his own, nor within his family, just any child on the road. He would help them. He would help them with lunch money or comfort a crying baby who just happened to be passing. He was, I think of Tabby and I think of that person, tender, loving person and a real charmer. I know some of the ladies who he charmed with his voice and his smile and his cool approach. So that was Tabby Diamond, a caring human being. And through his Rastafari liberty, loved all and was his brother's keeper. That is whom we have lost. That is whom has been taken from us violently. But while we are saddened, while we are angry, we today instead should choose to celebrate and give thanks to God for this icon an extraordinarily talented artist whose outward projection was the very embodiment of the Jamaican spirit of one love. Donald Tabby Shaw Diamond, as lead vocalist, formed the Mighty Diamonds in 1969 with Fitzroy, Bunny Simpson, and Lloyd George Ferguson. All three were schoolmates who had previously named their group the Limelights. Known for their stage choreography and regarded for their smooth harmonies, the Mighty Diamonds were heavily influenced by the stylistics, the impressions, and the temptations from the United States, as well as by local acts like John Holt and Ken Booth. The group's early releases included Girl You Are Too Young in 1970 and Oh No Baby for Pat Francis, Mashup produced by Derek Harriott, and Ja Bless the Dreadlocks and Carefree Girl for Bunny Lee. Their breakout hit, Right Time, came in 1973 on Joseph Hoop Kim's Well Change label. While the group was signed by Virgin Records, which produced their debut album, Right Time in 1976, they eventually returned to record for Channel One and released the Stand Up to Your Judgment album in 1978. The Mighty Diamonds also formed their own Bad Gang label and produced a string of hits, culminating with the release of their Deeper Roots album, which was released in 1979 on Virgin's Frontline label. The group also enjoyed great international success, collaborating with someone who is present here today, famous producer Gussie Clarke, on the hit Pass the Kochi, released originally on Clarke's Full Up Rhythm. And you all know the song was later covered by the group Musical Youth in the United Kingdom under the name Pass the Dutchie, and the rest is history. I recall when Tubby poured out his soul during the Mighty Diamonds performance at Reggae Sunsplash, as the leader of the opposition noted. And that live recording was actually made into an album. It was then you could tell that Tabby was a master vocalist. Here was another youth from the inner city, a ghetto youth, who had come and wowed the world. Tabby, one of the silkiest, smoothest, nicest voice that Jamaica has ever produced. And you should applaud for that. I wanted to find out from his children what was their favorite Tabby song. And they were divided. Some said, Have Mercy. Some said, huh? Huh? All right. So everything he did was just so beautiful. His musical genius apart, I want you all to remember that Tabby, for those who never had the pleasure, you can't remember, but I want to let you know Tabby was a big chef. His specialty was idle food. But when you ate the meals he prepared, you have to lick your 10 finger and ask for more. Some of the things that he would prepare, the idle dishes, I was jotting it down here, but I can't find where my jottings are. But trust me, he was good at fixing idle food. You see how all his children look nice and full body? Because of Tabby's food. He put his heart into everything he did. So I want to express my sincere condolences to the family, who we know that Tabby Diamond was very proud of. I want to offer a special word to George, his life partner, and to his life partner, Evadne Henry Fanny. Tabby's children are here: Donald, Kelly, Taro, Javian, Dashika, Joshina, Jamarli, and Aishika. I don't know him get these names, but it all sound melodious. Very good. So we will remember. And as I close my remarks, I just want to acknowledge the presence of Bunny's two daughters who are here with us. I'm going to ask you to stand. They're here to share with you. And I know that Tabby's family attended Bonnie's farewell to share with them. And so it's good to see that you continue to be united as one family, the Mighty Diamonds. Thank you. So, our Rasta brethren didn't die. Rasta don't die. Their spirit continues to live. As Bob Marley said, I and I know, children, dread, it shall be dread a dread. At this time, I want to invite the singers from the industry who are here to just come up to pay tribute to Tabby as we say farewell. Carlene, all the singers who are here, I want you to just join me. I understand Barris is somewhere around. I understand Freddie McGregor is somewhere around. I want all the singers to come up here and join me as we pay tribute. King Song, nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. So, Freddie, where's Freddie? Barris. Donna Marie, yes. Freddie Chambers, yes. Yes. We're going to now pay tribute to Barris. You want to give some mic? Barris left? Okay. You want to give someone the mic? Come on, Pam. Good seeing you. Come, right. All right. So I'm going to ask everyone to stand. And this is one of the favorite songs across the world with Tabby's voice. You will hear Tabby's voice leading off. And then I'll ask the singers who are here to join in this tribute.
and show strength. Yes. Man was made to suffer, yeah, oh yes. And woman was made to feel the pain. Stay by our side and guide us with courage. Give us all your blessings and help us with courage. Time is running out, time is running out, but we need no one, not to cry no show. Chase them, who's gone astray, and show them the way to find. Make this an everlasting example. Way to find. Thank you.
Links TV. Entertainment with a difference. Subscribe now to Links TV.